All right, with that, let's get into this Texans game. I got a lot to say about this one, and it's a tough one. Again, just like LSU Auburn, this is a tough pick against the spread. It's just a tough pick overall. So Saints on the road against the Texans, 2-3 team. They're coming off a loss, a very close loss to the Atlanta Falcons last week, a game that I thought they were going to pull out and win, but late field goal is the difference. First matchup between these two since 2019 as well, so it's been a little while. Drew Brees was quarterbacking in that last one that they played against each other. So, a couple things that I liked about last week. Obviously, the defense was unbelievable. They just shut down what was a inept Patriots offense to begin with, but made them look like a college team, really, with that shutout there. And then on the offensive side, I love that Kamara got more touches. I know we spoke last week going into that game against the Pats about how, hey, he's got to get more touches. He needs more handoffs, and he did. He had 22 carries for 80 yards. That's what we want. That's what this Saints team needs. He needs to get more of those opportunities, especially on third down, and he did. So let's keep that going. So Saints-Texans, again, it's kind of a strength against a strength type game. Houston's had a lot of talk about C.J. Stroud and their offense. On the other side, when you think of the Saints this year, so far at least, you've thought about that defense. It's been really productive, disruptive, and efficient for this Saints team. They've certainly led the way. So the biggest question in this game, can the Saints defense affect and get after C.J. Stroud? He's yet to throw a pick this season. He's a rookie quarterback. He's looked really good. A lot of people were skeptical about how he would translate from college to NFL and in year one, but he's looked excellent, like an NFL quarterback that belongs at this level. He's third in the league in passing yards at over 1,400. Overall, the Texans are the number 3 passing offense in the league so far this season. But on the other side, the Saints have played great defense. They're tied for second in the NFL in interceptions. They're one of the top pressuring teams in the NFL. They're one of the best coverage teams in the league as well. And it's been consistent week to week. It doesn't matter who they're playing. They rush 4. They've gotten into that backfield and forced turnovers, gotten sacks, and forced punts, that kind of stuff. And that's what you'll need against this Texans offense. They've got Nico Collins at receiver and Tank Dell. Those are their 2 big weapons on the outside. But here's something that you might not know that I'm going to let you know about. It doesn't seem like Dell is going to play. He's had concussion things recently. I think he might actually have a concussion. That's what he was kind of coming back from. Did not practice yesterday. Is not expected to play or be available on Sunday. And that is massive. That might be the difference in the game right there, because last week they didn't have Dell against Atlanta, and Nico Collins was nowhere near what he's been so far this season. He had 4 targets, caught 3 of those for 39 yards. That's not explosive at all, and he's been explosive so far this year. But it seems like the Texans need Dell and Collins on the field together to allow each other to make those big plays. So he's not going to play. That's huge for this Saints defense, and I really think they're going to have an opportunity to get after Stroud and maybe force his first, maybe his second interceptions of the season. But Saints offense, that's been the biggest question mark all year. Can they complement this defense? If they can at all, they'll win. I mean, they did last week. They needed a field goal to win that game, and that's it. But they got 34 points. Would love to see that again this week. Some things about the Texans. They don't get a lot of pressure. They like to blitz a lot. I saw a number that they're one of the top blitzing teams in the country, but they only have 5 sacks this year. And that bodes well for the New Orleans offensive line, which we all know, we've talked about since week 1, week 2, has not been good this year in pass protection. So I really think that Derek Carr will have more time to work in the pocket, make his reads, make his throws, which is huge. And I think will really open up this offense. And the Texans made it their game plan, as every team kind of has last week, to shut down Bijan Robinson. But unlike the Lions and some other teams that have beaten the Falcons this year, they allowed Desmond Ridder, of all people, to make plays and let that passing game get going. So if you game plan to shut down Bijan Robinson, you got to still have that good passing defense, which the Saints do. So that was more of a defensive thing. Back to the offense, again, the Texans love to blitz a lot, so I really think that there's going to be downfield plays available for Chris Olave, for Rashid Shaheed, heck, even Michael Thomas. So I don't know. I mean, a lot of people think the Texans will win this one just because they're playing at home. But to me, it's a Saints win, no-brainer. And I've said that before. I think I said that going into the Tampa Bay game, which was not a no-brainer whatsoever. But I really think the Saints can win this game. I think that Stroud, as a rookie, will make some mistakes. He hasn't seen a guy like Carl Granderson yet. He hasn't seen a defensive line and a linebacker unit like the Saints have. Not to mention, you got Marshawn Lattimore, Alontae Taylor, and Paulson Adebo in the back end to cover those receivers. I really think the defense will play well. And I think the offense, again, will just do what it needs to do to win the game. They may not be explosive. They may not put up 34 points again, but they'll do enough to win. It's a 1.5 point spread. I'm taking the Saints basically straight up, pick them, easy work. And that's what we got.